When the door opened, I expected silence. What I didn't expect was her voice. Small, soft, curious. "Who are you?" 9 years old. My daughter, my blood. And she didn't know me. The air left my chest like someone had struck me. She stood there in a pink hoodie, one I didn't buy, and behind her he lingered in the hallway, pretending to be calm. He didn't say a word, just stood there like the ghost of my past had finally come home. Back then, he was my best friend. We built everything together, my business, my home, my marriage. He was the kind of man who always offered to drive when I drank, who gave speeches at birthdays, who toasted to loyalty. I believed him. When I met Claire, he was the one who introduced us. I should have known then. He watched her like she was a secret he hadn't earned yet. But I was in love, blind and certain that good men existed. I thought I had both of them. The cracks started small. A call that went silent when I walked into the room. Her perfume in his car. A text message preview I wasn't meant to see. Just 4 words. He doesn't suspect anything. I didn't confront them. Not then. I watched. I listened. And when the police raided my office 3 months later, charging me with fraud, I already knew whose fingerprints they'd find on those forged invoices. I spent 7 years behind bars for crimes I didn't commit. 7 years replaying every conversation, every smile that had hidden a knife. Claire filed for divorce after the first year. He testified against me. They built a life on the ashes of mine. Prison doesn't break you, it remakes you. The rage cools into precision. You learn to wait, to listen, to play the long game. I spent my time studying law, finance, psychology, everything I needed to dismantle a person from the inside out. I didn't plan revenge out of anger. I planned it out of discipline. I wrote Claire once, just 1 letter. I told her I forgave her. That was my first move, disarming the guilty. When I got out, I didn't go home. I didn't even have one. I watched from a distance. They lived in my house. My daughter in my home, calling him Dad. He'd started a new company, mine, reborn under a new name. Same clients, same systems. It took me 3 months to get inside. Not physically, financially. A silent investor under a fake name using a proxy network and a front company registered offshore. He thought the money was coming from a foreign partner. He took it, greedy bastard, and just like that, I was in control of everything he thought he owned. I didn't rush. I let him expand, hired more people, signed bigger deals. And when the time came, I triggered the audits, the investigations, the quiet whispers to journalists who'd been waiting for a story. In 48 hours, his empire collapsed. Frozen accounts, revoked contracts, tax fraud allegations. Claire stood by him at first, loyalty she called it, until she found the second phone. The messages, the other woman. Patterns repeat themselves. I made sure she'd see them. When I finally walked up to that door, 7 years older, 7 years quieter, I wasn't looking for an apology. I just wanted to see her, my daughter, the one thing they couldn't steal completely. "Who are you?" she asked again. Her voice wavered, not from fear, but confusion. Before I could answer, Claire appeared behind her. Her face drained of color when she saw me. "Ella," she said, touching our daughter's shoulder, "go upstairs." I waited until she was gone. The silence that followed was surgical. "I didn't think you'd come back," Claire whispered. "I know," I said. "You never thought I'd walk out of that cell." She looked older, tired. I let my eyes wander past her, to the family photos lining the hallway. My house, my life, rewritten. "You ruined him," she said finally, voice trembling. "He's lost everything." I smiled. So did I. I stepped closer, close enough to see the fear hiding behind her guilt. "Tell me," I asked softly, "did he ever tell you how he framed me?
Or was that just another thing he left out? Her lips parted. No answer. Just the truth, heavy in her silence. Later that night, I sat outside in my car, watching the light in my daughter's window. She'll never know what really happened. Not now. Maybe not ever. All she'll know is that the man who raised her wasn't the man he pretended to be. The news broke 2 days later. Fraud, perjury, obstruction. My old friend's name splashed across every headline. He didn't see prison coming, but I did. I'd seen it every night for 7 years. I didn't visit him, didn't need to. Some lessons don't need to be spoken. I'm not proud. I'm not sorry either. Justice doesn't always wear a badge. It sometimes comes in silence, in patience, in the small moments when the guilty finally look in the mirror and see what they've become. My daughter might not know me now, but one day, when she's older, when she asks again, I'll tell her.